Hello, my friends, and welcome to another devotional connection. I want to share with you a couple of thoughts that I have when I was reading the book of Joshua. Joshua chapter 1, verse 8 gives us a blueprint of success and prosperity. And here it is. Study this book of instruction continually. Meditate on it day and night so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. You know, that wasn't just for Joshua and what he was doing. That was for everyone. And the blueprint is so simple, and yet how often we lack in doing it. And I think about this sometimes because as a teacher in my time, I've faced some ignorant responses, both from people, students sometimes who are learning, and I can forgive that. But sometimes people just say some dumb things. I was reading about a teacher in New England who had a group of college-bound high school juniors and seniors, and he quizzed them on the Bible. And it was a literature course, and he planned on teaching them a couple of things, but he wanted to quiz them to see their knowledge. He asked some very simple questions, some very straightforward questions, and sometimes, we as teachers laugh at the responses we get. Here are some of the responses he got. When he asked who or what was Sodom and Gomorrah, somebody put that Sodom and Gomorrah were lovers. Somebody put that Jezebel was Ahab's donkey, that the four horsemen appeared on the Acropolis. The New Testament Gospels were written by Matthew, Mark, Luther, and John. Eve was created from an apple, and Jesus was baptized by Moses. You can tell by the responses what the questions were. One question, what was Golgotha? And the answer was, Golgotha was the name of the giant who slew the apostle David. Very interesting responses. Sometimes I revel and wonder what it would be like to be that ignorant of the facts, ignorant of the truth, ignorant in knowledge. Right now, sometimes we go through things and we don't realize the choices that we make. A young man was having a conversation about politics a little bit, and the question came up, were they a Christian? And the young man said, well, yeah, that's what I align myself with. And he said, as a Christian, do you believe that we should help people? And the young man said, yeah, sorta. I don't want to be seen as weak. You can't help everybody. And he said, does Jesus help everybody? And the man said, well, you'd have to believe in Jesus, and I don't really believe in that. I only believe in things that I could verify. And he said, well, then you're not a Christian, because being a Christian means you believe that Jesus existed. And there was a long pause in the conversation, and the young man responded, then I guess I'm not a Christian. And you have to stop and think, where are you getting your information from? Why are you making the decisions you're making? And how can you be so blissfully ignorant of what you are saying, what you're doing, and what you believe? When we go through our Bible, we are asked actually to do very few things. Number one, believe. You have to get to know somebody to believe in them. You have to get to know them and to trust them to be able to believe in them. And there's a very interesting statement that Jesus says. He says, if you love me, keep my commands. The if throws me off every time, because we're not commanded to love him. We're commanded to believe in him. But he says, if you love me, then keep my commands. And there's something so beautiful about being a follower of Christ that I have learned, watched, and seen over time, that if you spend time getting to know Jesus Christ, you will learn to love him. It is almost as natural as drinking water and breathing air. You will love him. But we have a huge problem just following the beginning of, or the statement made in Joshua 1:8. We have a huge problem with opening this book of instruction, as it's called in Joshua 1:8. We have a huge problem with meditating on it day and night. We want to compartmentalize everything. We want to look at God and say, I gave you enough time. That's enough. And we definitely don't make sure we obey everything written in it. I'm still learning how to do that myself. And we wonder why we struggle. We wonder why we're not prosperous. We wonder why we don't succeed in all we do. Because we have a hard time following basic instructions. In our hubris and in our ignorance, we're still not doing what God asked us to do. He asked so little of us. Meditate on this book day and night. Follow the instruction that's written in it. If you do that, you'll prosper and succeed. Believe in him. Those who believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. And the one thing that he asked of all of his disciples, follow me. It seems very simple when you weigh it against all that he is offering. But we want to remain in our hubris and in our ignorance, not even realizing what we're doing, what we're saying, what we believe. We don't want to learn. We just want to have all the blessings without doing any of the work. I refuse to be that. And so I'm going to dedicate myself back again to studying the book, following the instructions, meditating on it day and night. And let's just see where that takes me. Talk to you again soon.